This is the assessment and optimization of enterprise architecture frameworks, a comparative study by May Hornsby. Enterprise architecture is at the heart of any organization's ability to bring business strategy and IT compatibilities together. Various frameworks are used to design, implement, and manage enterprise architecture. You must be very careful when deciding to implement this robust, expensive, and timely frameworks. And so, when selecting an EA framework, you may ask the following determining questions. How do you choose and optimize the enterprise architecture frameworks? What are their strengths and weaknesses? How can they be adapted to different organizational environments? This research proposal provides a comparative study to evaluate and optimize enterprise architecture frameworks to provide insights and recommendations to practitioners and organizations. So, here are a few details about enterprise architecture frameworks. Several inherent qualities of enterprise architecture frameworks contribute to their effectiveness. Flexibility, which is necessary for adjusting to new technology and changing their business needs. Scalability, necessary to support diverse, complex, and sized organizations. Integration enables the smooth integration of various IT applications and systems throughout the company. Companies use enterprise architecture frameworks to accomplish a variety of goals, including improved judgment by providing improved decision making. Enterprise architecture frameworks facilitate well informed decisions that take into account the interdependencies among diverse architectural components by providing a holistic perspective of the company. Alignment with business objectives. Enterprise architecture frameworks make ensuring that IT projects meet the organization's strategic objectives, which maximizes support for business objectives. Simplify complexity. Enterprise architecture frameworks improve integration and interoperability by simplifying the management of IT systems and lowering operational complications. Vacuum in the current literature. Despite the abundance of enterprise architecture literature, there are still some uncharted territories. Rather than providing a thorough comparative examination of many frameworks, many studies tend to concentrate primarily on specific frameworks, such as Zachman or Tugoff. Furthermore, there is a shortage of studies on optimizing enterprise architecture frameworks to better fit with corporate goals, indicating a promising area for future scholarly investigation. There are still certain areas that are unknown. Many studies like Zachman or Tugoff tend to focus largely on one framework rather than providing a comprehensive comparative evaluation of multiple frameworks. Additionally, there are a few studies on how to optimize enterprise architecture frameworks to better align with corporate objectives, suggesting a viable field for further academic research. A carefully selected set of criteria, such as the following, will be used to evaluate the effectiveness and performance of the enterprise architecture frameworks. Right here, there's only simpleness of application, support tailored to a certain domain, but another part of the criteria includes adaptability, scalability, in line with the objectives of the organization, and the two displayed on the slide. The analysis will be guided by these characteristics to identify the frameworks that best match the firm's objectives and goals. Enterprise architecture frameworks, a comparative study. By examining enterprise architecture frameworks from a comparative perspective, vital details about the subtle differences between these frameworks become visible, according to Bernard, 2012. Conducting such an analysis is essential for firms that want to customize their architecture selections to meet operational objectives. Businesses can choose the best compatible solution by analyzing the architecture approaches, abstraction levels, and domain specific features of the frameworks. Furthermore, by highlighting each framework's intrinsic advantages and disadvantages, this examination gives businesses a fair assessment of the trade-offs that they may have to make. According to Tam, Seddon, Shanks, and Reynolds of 2011, a comprehensive SWOT analysis of the top enterprise architecture frameworks reveals a comprehensive picture of their advantages, disadvantages, opportunities, and threats. Organizations can evaluate the framework's fit, including their scalability, adaptability, and alignment with strategic goals by conducting such a thorough analysis. The study also sheds insight on possibilities and obstacles that may present themselves throughout the implementation of the frameworks, such as organizational resistance or technical constraints. The graphical representation of enterprise architecture frameworks comparisons through charts and diagrams gives stakeholders an eye-catching synopsis of the main conclusions from the Open Group 2011. These visual aids simplify the process of selecting decisions by highlighting the commonalities and differences between the frameworks, so aiding. There are many obstacles in the way of adopting an optimal enterprise architecture framework, from technological difficulties to stakeholder resistance. To successfully negotiate these challenges, awareness and thoughtful preparation are essential. By tackling these problems head on, companies can maximize the use of their architectural framework and improve operational effectiveness. Examining actual case studies of enterprise architecture framework implementation provides insight into the observable advantages and challenges that businesses face. These stories are incredibly helpful to organizations that are starting similar journeys because they provide them with tried and true tactics and cautionary tales to help them make decisions. Enterprise architecture frameworks are thoroughly examined in the results and discussion section, which include comparative studies, SWOT analysis, and visual synopsis, alignments of strategy, difficulties, and implementation in real world instances. This comprehensive analysis supports well informed decision making in enterprise architecture framework optimization, guaranteeing improved optimization, organizational efficiency, and a competitive edge in a dynamic business environment. To fill in the gaps in the current scholarly discourse, this comparative study concludes that through that a thorough comparison study and optimization analysis of several enterprise architecture frameworks. Through the analysis of several enterprise architecture frameworks, the report reveals optimal practices that increase the flexibility and efficiency of the businesses. After a thorough assessment of these frameworks based on KPIs including scalability, adaptability, and alignment with corporate goals, we have uncovered insights that are critical for companies looking to improve their enterprise architecture. An overview of the main conclusions, the comparison research revealed significant differences among enterprise architecture frameworks in terms of their architectural approaches, degrees of abstraction, and domain specific support. Although several frameworks are intended to promote adaptability and flexibility, others are focused on guaranteeing control and conformity. And now we'll scroll down to section references.